And the goal of this strategically is the Islamic Republic knows it cannot fight a two-front war. I don't mean in the region, but I mean a foreign military attack coupled with major domestic street pressure, street protests, popular pressure, social pressure, that kind of thing. And this logic, unfortunately, it's very cold logic, but it's precisely why after the 12-day war, Iran arrested 21,000 people just on trumped-up charges, even for liking some pro-American or pro-Israeli posts on Facebook. That marginal of a charge, even on suspicions, when they had people at these checkpoints inside Tehran, they were arresting people. But the logic behind what they were doing was they just lost majorly a military conflict. They know that traditionally when authoritarian states lose a major military conflict, there is going to be a social crisis. So they began these mass arrests to stave off the social crisis because they know that, again, they can't fight a two-front war. So you fast forward now similarly to the January protests. Once the demography of the protest changes, once the geography of the protest changes, once the regime, because sometimes it tries to let these protests burn itself out, like we saw during Women Like Freedom in the January protests, and everybody from the exiled crown prince to President Trump was talking about having the support and then also getting the volume of people on the streets. The Islamic Republic said mass domestic protests will have a contagion effect, and that contagion effect will be there will be foreign military pressure soon. So one reason I believe that the regime shot so many people so fast was because they actually thought, per Donald Trump, help is on the way. The cavalry is coming. They were trying to, again, even the scales in the most brutal way possible. So now that the regime sees the military hardware coming closer to them, now that they hear everything the White House is saying, everybody else is saying here in Washington, they hear it and they see it and they know a conflict is coming. What they're trying to do is say, okay, we will absorb the cost of the conflict. We will fight. We'll probably lose, but we can't afford after the conflict again to have our defeat of a foreign against a foreign adversary instigate or reignite those major social tensions and protests that we just put down. And that's the position I think that the regime is in now, and that's precisely why they are talking to, as you said, talking indirectly to the negotiators, even though they have zero-sum demands, is because they are trying to stave off a potential contagion effect of protests in the event of the resumption of hostilities. And this logic, again, unfortunately, these guys can limp along. They don't need to win, they just need to survive. And this is part of their political strategy.